Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today, no messages coming through, although I guess I got a little bit. I got something to do with a wish. Something about when you wish upon a star. What is it that your heart's desire? But I don't know what that is, so let's shuffle cards and see what comes out. So today we're using the fortune reading cards. Okay, wait, something was weird. Oh, hey, look at that. Wishbone. Hey, did you ever watch that show when you were little? With Wishbone, and he used to read all the old books and then go do the adventure. Okay, so I've got 4 of them. That's funny, because I just went to a bookstore today, so... Who are you? We've got the Crossroads of Destiny. And right now I have Taylor Swift Fortnite, but I don't know if that's part of the reading or if it's just been everywhere. When I heard Crossroads of Destiny, I heard, I love you, it's ruining my life. But I don't know if that's part of the song, as I said. Interesting. I pulled 3 cards, and they're all the same color border, which is not the case in the deck. We got multiple colors to choose from. So, something to do with maroon. So maroon, when I tap into it, I kind of hear moron. And I'm seeing it as like a mistake. So maybe the song I love you, it's ruining my life has a little bit of significance to the reading. But from what do we have? We have Goddess Swarovski and Ammonite from Word to World, with the Inner Queen, Goddess Persephone and Ruby, with Crossroads of Destiny, with Hecate. So, I'm hearing... Okay, let's read the other ones because I'm getting a couple things here. So we've got the Chariot card. It says, change ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused. Then we have the Sun with open your heart to the emotions and grow ahead. Celebrate with you are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. And wish with your heart's desire is ready to come true. And I got chills when I felt that one on the future aspect. But as I was reading those with the Chariot, with movement and the Sun, celebrating from Word to World, with your Inner Queen and the Crossroads of Destiny, it was saying to really pay attention to your thoughts. Because there is the old and there is the new. And the more and more that you give attention to the negative thoughts, the more and more you will give that more power. If you find that you're stuck in a rut, Spirit's showing me like it's something so instant that you could be doing the same loop, the same pattern, the same everything every day, day after day after day, and never think that anything's going to change because it's been that way forever. But that's not true. The only way that it is that is because that's the power that you're giving to it. You wake up and you give your energy to the day. You flow with how you think it's going to go. But easily you can run into something or something could happen and it could change it. And within an instant, nothing will ever be the same. The Chariot will always move and the sun will always come up tomorrow. Isn't that like Annie? And so celebrate. If you're finding that you don't have many things to pop champagne bottles about, there's not things that are exciting you, the sun's there. It's saying look a little harder. There's a little bit of sunshine in everything, even the darkest things. So now that's bringing me over to Hecate. And so she is just coming in. I'm seeing dogs. I think we're slowly falling. We are. We're sinking. London Bridge is falling down. Okay, hold on. Okay. Ow. And we're back. So as I was tapping in and feeling the energy, I saw Hecate come in. There she is again. Coming in strong today. But as that was happening, I saw dogs. I saw her dogs, but then I saw something kind of sad, but it's not sad. And as that is now happening, they're bringing me to the Guardians of the Night Tarot. I need to get this out, they say. But there's a show. It's funny because I said London Bridge is falling down as it was falling down. But there's a show, and it brought me to Ricky Gervais. And where he loses the love of his life. And you know, he's so depressed the whole show. He wakes up every day, and every day is the same. And the only reason why he doesn't, he has negative thoughts in his head. He just wants to be with his wife. So I'm sorry, trigger warning for people if that is thoughts that you've been going through, but that's what they showed me. The only reason why it keeps him going is like, who's going to feed the dog? And so really it's the dog that like keeps him going. And you know, he's so mean to his coworkers. He's like F off to everyone because they're like so happy. And that one girl does all this kind of stuff, is like horoscopes, and you know, she's just trying to find herself, but he's just in this really miserable place. And so that now kind of goes that song, I love you, it's ruining my life because they're gone and you don't have that person to share those stories with anymore. And so this is actually a deep read now that I wasn't anticipating this. But Hecate, I do see her as like underworld type stuff. And okay, so I'll just show you what we got. We got the Lovers in reverse. Are these all in reverse? We're not going to take reverse. We're going to take the Lovers. Then we got the Empress. And then we got the Hanged Man, which just says everything that I just said. We've got this inner queen, this love lost. To me, this says Persephone. I don't know if that's the same, but what I'm getting is Persephone. And Persephone is of the underworld, and as well. I'm getting underworld vibes in this. I'm getting really dark, misery loves company type energy. That someone has lost something that was so dear to them that they don't know. I'm seeing this as pomegranate seeds. I'm seeing Persephone, so that's who's coming through on that. But someone who's really gone through it, they've lost something so dear to them that they don't know that there's ever going to be hope or spark back in their life, because they kind of had that thing and they loved it and it was the best thing that ever happened. And so without that, it's like, do I want to continue? And so I see them every day waking up and doing the same thing and not enjoying life. And so your passed over loved ones would never want for you to suffer like that, because you're meant. They didn't enrich your life. They just enhanced your life with the things that you did, right? I'm being drawn. The light's hitting my disco ball over here, and I'm seeing all the lights. And it's like one light hits it and fractures it into so many fragments. And so there's so many opportunities still. There's so many things for your soul to celebrate about. There's that celebration part. Having a disco party. So this crossroads of destiny. I'm picking up on someone who's just really, really deep, and they don't think that life will ever be exciting again. But it will, because all the cards point at that. There's just a little need to bring in that sunshine. What do you want? Obviously, you're not going to have the same love going forward you always hear that saying, it's better to have loved and lost than to never love at all. And I've often thought about that, like, is it? But it is, because at least you have those memories, right? Imagine, because I'm really picking up someone in the dreariness, and we're coming up to a full moon, and full moons just shake out all those things within us. And imagine being that dreary, but never having those lost hopes or those moments or memories, but it being a blip your whole life. It's the living and the lows, highs and lows, that bring healing. It's all about healing, but you will bounce back. Nothing gray can stay forever. We live in a world of light and dark. And so there's a lot of dark goddesses coming through right now. But Persephone herself, she can, every spring, she comes back. I'm feeling it, and she's coming back. And so I feel like that's you as well. Your spark, your light, something's going to come. Maybe it's an interest, maybe it's a hobby, maybe you are going to meet someone. Something is going to happen. But for now, I'm seeing the dog. I'm seeing that whatever it is that gets you up, who's going to feed the dog in the morning? And that dog has a purpose, and that dog knows what it's doing. And it's holding space for whoever's just struggling in this, being afraid to go out and have life again. And what I'm getting is that someone had a good life, and they're almost like, you're allowed to enjoy life in other ways with other people as well. For myself, when I lose someone, like, I mean, not just break up and leave, but when a soul has departed this world, it's hard for us in the 3D, but I find that they actually are around even more. So you can talk to them, and they are around, and they're never gone. What I really want is to read this. I just wanted to know if I was reading it wrong, but you know what? I'm not. This is a waste of time, and I think that's what it is. It's like being stuck in that memories and not being allowed to do things. So I'm being drawn to from the word to the world. So what about this word? I'm seeing the white lotus. No mud, no lotus. No pain, no understanding the true beauty of life. And now the disco party's kind of coming out into the reading as well. And I'm hearing, like, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. We do have sun, we do have light, but this darkness, this sadness is purifying, and it's saying, have a little trust that you can heal, and that you will love again, or that you will be happy again. And this crossroads of destiny, this void part, is just a moment. It's just a blip in this moment. And it's so important to not, I don't want to say don't dwell in this. I'm almost seeing like a muddy energy, right? We got the underworld, the skeptical, I hate everyone, I hate everything. I'm being drawn to the pomegranate, and the pomegranate kind of being like blood, like the blood, the color coming back to you, life coming back. Every spring things die, or every winter things die, and then this rebirth happens. So at the beginning it was saying, we wake up every day and we live loops and cycles, and it's because that's what we give our power and our energy to. And so I'm not saying that, if I had thought positive, this wouldn't have happened. It did happen, right? We have to be realistic. We can't have the rose-colored glasses on, even though I love wearing mine because they just make life happier. But we do have to be realistic. and accept things. And we have to go through the grieving process. And I think that was a couple readings ago about the grieving process. And I couldn't remember all like the steps, but I do know the end. It is acceptance, right? It's accepting things for how they are and not trying to run away from our problems and pretend that things haven't happened, but also not getting stuck down in the misery. So Hecate, I just see her breathing life into the heart. And it's like, it's not dead yet. You're not dead yet. There's still so much for you to go out and live and learn and love. There's so much love for you to give. Just because whatever it is that you loved, you can no longer love. So I'm picking up, for some it is a breakup. For some it's actually they've lost someone. And some are just trapped in a cycle that something happened to them. They isolated, they shelled up, they put their walls, and now it's just like, I don't know how to be around people and I'm scared of people. And now they're saying to go on into this. I'm saying your wish is to listen to the heart. I'm seeing, as I said, something being breathed into the heart. And it's like light. It's this purity. It's like cleaning up whatever the block is. That thing that took your breath away, that stopped the heart, it shocked it. And so then adding that life force. And Hecate, this is interesting because I don't know much about her, but she's always kind of been there. She's just always been holding space for helping navigate through the darkness. And I believe she kind of is like creation or magic or something like that. And that's what I was saying, is just, you never know when life is going to change. Because I feel like that sideswipe moment already happened. But then another one could happen in a good way. And interesting enough, I looked down underneath all the cards. I just had them in big piles. But there's a key. And I believe that she, her symbol or symbolism has something to do with keys. New beginnings, directions, adventures await those who are ready to let go of the past. Now, I'm not saying that this is letting go of the past and forgetting them, but it's knowing that within spirit, they're with you even more, that they share even more time and space and energy with you, and that they're cheering for you. Your loved ones don't want to see you suffer, but they want to still work with you. It's just in a different way. And a little bit of me, my belief. You have your own, whatever you want to believe. But I believe that in spirit is more of our true form than when we are physically here. And so they're more themselves. They're there all the time. And it's for those who see with your heart, they say. They're there. And they want to talk to you. And they want you to talk to them. I'm seeing talking about the past hurt or, whatever it is. As long as it doesn't hurt you and keep you spiraling down, I see it more in the positive of empowering you. Because I'm seeing someone really struggling with life and death. Life after death is what I heard. Life after death. And so what I find interesting on this card is we do have, it is a full moon in Scorpio tonight. As I'm recording this, it'll probably come out tomorrow. But here we have healing, right? That's the caduceus with Archangel Raphael. And this is 2 scorpions, full moon in Scorpio. There is a sting, but there is a healing from the sting. But what I thought was interesting is, why is there even a poppy there? And when I think of poppies, I think of war and how much loss there was. But here we are still today, and life does go on. And so if you woke up today, there's a reason. There's a reason that you woke up and a purpose for you to be here. If you don't know what it is, your heart will tell you. It's within your heart. Your heart is that wish. Right now, you're just at the crossroads to something that's going to, it's almost like if you just stayed neutral your whole life, you don't grow on a soul level. But these highs and these lows are like a springboard to something higher. It's like a investment chart, highs and lows, but it always bounces back just as high. So what are your goals? These are just the ones that were underneath. We have judgment and we have goals with the key. For you to go and try again, you may never love someone that way, but your heart is capable of loving the whole world. It's true. So with the Lovers, there's this rebirth coming. You have the ability to love the whole world. What do we want to share about the Empress? They're showing me the fox in the cave and coming out, because what I find interesting, as we healed and we grew and emerged glowing with that sun energy, there's one right there. So you're not alone in this, and you're not the only person who's ever experienced loss. So what I'm getting from this reading is that it's time to change your perspective. The Hangman is all about changing perspective. And look, he even is like shining like a little sun. He's a little sunbeam. I put cards everywhere. It's a mess here. There's a sunshine somewhere. Sun will come out tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not today. Whatever you are, I don't want you to fake being happy, but I want you to be open to letting sunlight into your heart and letting your heart heal. Healing's scary, but you'll be able to help others. And I think that's what the Empress card is like, this Empress has been through it. She's healed. She has that wisdom. That's the passed over loved one, right? They were lovers, and then something happened. They got stung, and it released the spirit into spirit form. But now that spirit's with them all the time. And they come across this other one who has just lost something. They're stuck in bed or really sad, and they have the perfect thing to help this person who doesn't think that you will ever get through it. But with the chariot's all about movement. And so from word to world, your word is going to help heal someone else's world who doesn't think that they'll ever make it through the darkest times. But you got the key. And that magic words, that magic touch. Hecate is all about magic and those things. And your word is all that you need. It's that perfect word at the perfect moment to help someone who is in a negative state that they may not even want to be here. And you woke up today for a reason. You're meant to be here. And you will find love in different ways. And you have the ability to love the whole world. It's that reactivating the heart. And a new wish will come. This new wish is your heart's desire, is ready to come true. I'm still seeing Wishbone, that little dog. And every time he was a star, he became, like Sherlock Holmes. And then he became, I don't know what other movies are, Moby Dick, things like that. And then you go off on all these adventures. You may not have the same adventure, but now you'll have, like, especially in that Ricky Gervais one, he found friendships, and he realized he could help his coworkers and all those things. And I don't remember the end because it was so long, and I don't even think I watched the other season. But that's what's coming through. You're here for a purpose. Your words and your healing is going to help someone else who doesn't think that it's even possible. But you got through it. Others got through it. And we all need each other to help us. Because sometimes we do find ourselves at this crossroads where we're in the underworld. And we have the choice to go back to the light. But we're like, I don't know if I want to. And as Persephone comes, you're multifaceted because you understand pain and sadness and the importance of it in this world. It's almost like you will see someone else and you're like, I don't want them to go through that. Like, I would never wish that on them. So don't wish that on yourself. Treat yourself the same way that you would treat someone else. And you're important. That's the main thing. You woke up with a purpose. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do with your sunshine. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. I'm back. So that reading now makes a little bit more sense. Afterwards, I went to the movies. I was invited with my mom to go with a church group. And we went and watched the movie Someone Like You. And in it, it kind of blew my mind. As soon as we sat down, the main character at the beginning, her name was London, and she does pass away. I'm not wrecking anything for you, because if you watch the movie trailer, that's exactly what they show. But that didn't click at all. And, you know, there was a moment where the guy, like, he was, like, in love with her for, like, 10 years and never told her. And so after she passes away, he goes to go pick up her dog. And so there's that dog reference. And then from there, they learn that she might have a sister. And he goes on this quest to go find the sister. And it was an alright movie. I didn't like it, but everyone else I was with loved it. Thought it was an amazing movie. So take my criticism with a grain of salt. I think it could have been written better or something. I don't know. But that's not the point. The whole point is that the character's name was London. There was a dog in it. The dog's not a main part, but the dog is the reason why the rest of the story happens. He goes to see the dog. But there is one point, I was like, all right, Spirit, there's more message in this movie that I haven't quite gotten yet. And it was, oh, got the chills again. It was that how we were talking about how the low will help you reach the high. Like that wave, that chart graph kind of energy. And it had to do with the sun. But I didn't realize that the sun was golden energy. So I was talking about golden energy in the heart. So there is a part in the movie where, and I have it on my iPad because I know I'll say it wrong. Oops, what's my password? So there is a point in there where, have you ever heard about that term, the Japanese term about how, just let me try and say it, kintsugi? It means that being broken, right? If there has a piece of pottery that's broken, they repair it back, the broken pieces, with gold and infuse it back to be whole. And the whole purpose of it is to know that by being broken and healing, that you are more beautiful than to even begin with. So there was a point in it that talked about the light in the heart. So for your heart ever to be broken and for you to repair it back with that light and gold in it is going to bring life again. Like the reading was talking about someone day after day after day and just not feeling like purpose or something, just dreariness. And so life will be not the same, but by being broken and healing, you'll find purpose and it will be more beautiful in the end. Because I don't want to wreck too much of the story, even though if you watch the trailer, it kind of wrecks a lot of it. But by her, one of the people in the movie, by her coming into their experience, she was the light that brought them together. She was the gold. And so I think it said in the reading, I can't quite 100% what I did say, but it was like, you are going to be, you have the perfect words for someone else who's going through a struggle because you've been through whatever process, you healed and alchemized. And the light and the gold in your heart is that magical process. And so in this movie, it talked a lot about faith and God and things like that. And I guess that's still sunshine. It is. They're the same thing. It's love, it's light, it's energy. And so this one says, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. To turn pain and suffering into gold and solidified in your heart is such a magical moment. So I just want to read what the actual says. It means kintsugi is golden joinery, also known as kinsakurai, golden repair, is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery by mending the areas of breakage using the ushuri lacquer dusted or mixed with powdered gold, silver, or platinum. That's all that said. And so I found this concept like long time ago, and I just always found it so beautiful. In fact, even in the movie, my mom looked at me and was like, you always talk about this. And I do think that that's what lighting your sunshine is. Sunshine gets into the cracks. It's like a dandelion growing through cement. Very powerful. And that's what sunshine is. You can't stop it. It's love, it's growth. And this one says, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. And so it was an all right movie, right? I am glad that I went. I got like little s'mores candy and those were so good. But I think it was like all the company that I was with, how much they loved it, that I appreciated the moment. The actual story itself, I didn't quite like, but it's not my journey. I can't relate because I haven't experienced those experiences. And I think that's one thing I also learned was the main guy character's grieving process and how he went about it. I was just like, why? But you'll never understand someone else's grieving process, especially when it's just a character in a movie. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day. And yeah, I thought that was kind of cool how everything that I said in this reading, I went to go watch that movie and I was just like goosebumps. I was like, I said that, I did that. So I don't know if you feel called to watch it. It's called Someone Like You. And the title itself made me think of, I can't remember what it was, but it was the girl from Jane the Virgin, Rodriguez something, where it was a breakup. And so that's what the title I kind of thought was like, but it wasn't like that at all. Now I'm just rambling, so I should probably just really go. So have a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.